That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he may not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
Nice run on first down, leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Rodgers. That's out wide to Warren. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain there of 11. Good for a Steeler first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's a Steeler first down.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the 2nd straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Oswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last 2 seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do 2 things: stay healthy and keep winning.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
At the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
21 yards.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was brought down by Cole Fulton. A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football, and they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 32 yards.
At the 8-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Here's Jacobs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Savion Williams. Touchdown, Packers.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Steelers 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Micah Parsons in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball, and those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Packers offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He's got it. That's a 1st down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
A second down throw for Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
A gain of 7.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. On first down, it's Love. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Steelers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
There's a short one caught by Fireman. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Here's Rodgers. He'll go right back to Fireman. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this to about the 28. Derek Harmon, first-rounder out of Oregon, there for the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. From the gun, it's Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of
Remember, he
18.
had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Packers going to use their final timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. First and 10. Here's Love. The outside, it's brought in by Golden. And he's going to be close to another first down as he's forced out just shy of the marker.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, Love. He takes off. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a first down.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Packers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Packers first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in. Like, they have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's another Packers.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Love. Pass pop. It's Holden. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down.
And less than a yard.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers going to open up a 17-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Steelers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet. But the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
Devontae Wyatt on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Rodgers now. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He finds Austin with the ground. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. And third down coming up.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive.
This is going to be caught for a touchdown. But there is a marker down, and you can tell they know this is coming back. So holding is the call. And take that touchdown off the board. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Rodgers going up top again. The open man is Wilson. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is third and goal.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to be taken down. Couldn't get rid of the football. They turn it over. Stop on 4th and goal.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. The shotgun. It's Love. He'll step up and run. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That's caught by Golden, right side. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. From the gun, here comes Jacobs. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
One final chance for this defense, and here's 3rd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll drop to throw, and that is incomplete. He's trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
2nd down, Rodgers. The throw here is complete. And mark him down up beyond the 30. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, it's a win here for the visiting